Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your itchy beard. This is your Massachusetts Beer Reviews. I apologize. And today we are doing a New England beer from Shipyard Brewing Company in Portland, Maine. Comes their flagship beer, known as Shipyard Export Ale. Handcrafted ale, they say. Now, this one has a terrible story for me personally, because a few weeks ago, maybe even close to a month ago, I bought a Shipyard variety pack that said it had the Shipyard Export Ale, had their Chamberlain Pale Ale, had a seasonal beer, and then it had an other beer as it was notched on the top of the variety 12-pack. So I said, okay, I'm in for a local seasonal. Turns out the damn seasonal pack is from the wintertime in November, and that's where this friggin' beer comes from. I can't read the labeling on the date right now, but it's definitely 2016 in November for sure. So let me give you the stats on Shipyard Export Ale. Great beer, and Beer Advocate don't really think too highly on it. They say on their website, which is shipyard.com, they say the Export Ale is a full-bodied beer with a hint of sweetness up front, a subtle yet distinctive hop taste, and a clean finish. Coming in at 5.1% alcohol by volume, Export is our version of an export strength from the Export is our version of an export strength North American Golden Ale. Classic brew, which leads to the way to as a very drinkable, well-balanced, flavorful ale. And I don't know why I couldn't read that. 29 IBUs, and it's amber. That's what they're saying about the beer. Beer Advocate is calling it a blonde ale. And I'll just have it in a Goose Island Nunnick pint glass. So I had one of these already. I'll leave my preconceived notions out of this one. Here's the Shipyard's glassware, or Shipyard glassware, Shipyard bottle cap. I don't know why my words are so off today. And let's get cracking, shall we? Still got a little bit left in the bottle. And here's what you're getting out of the Shipyard Export Ale. You're getting more of a dark golden copper color, a rusty orange color for sure. Bone white head, lots of carbonation, somewhat opaque and see-through, but not too see-through. I don't really see any suspended particles in the beer, just that hazy orangey copper color. All kinds of popping and fizzing. Let's get a nose on the Export Ale from Shipyard. And what you're getting is sweet, bready malts. Some spicy hop zing to it. A light fruitiness. And some would say that Shipyard beers have the diacetyl, which is the buttered popcorn kind of a note to it. And I guess in the nose it is kind of light, reminding me of that. It's very sweet and grainy. Slightly toasted notes. Just kind of, to me, it's just smelling like a generic lager, to be completely honest. Cheers! The Export Ale from Shipyard. God damn it. Yeah. This reeks of diacetyl, which is a off flavor from the brewing process. And I have some information out on my tablet over there about diacetyl. And diacetyl is, it's described as having an artificial butter flavor. Think about movie theater popcorn. This is exactly what you get in the glass. And that is done from the yeast in the beer, and it can be done at any point in time in the brewing process. Now, diacetyl can come from a temperature rise at the end of the fermentation that boosts the yeast metabolism and encourages our favorite microbes to reabsorb diacetyl and convert it into a less offensive compound. So basically, you need to slowly let the boil and the fermentation rise to get rid of your diacetyl. Time can get rid of diacetyl with the yeast. It needs time before you rack it and bottle it. And sanitation can have things to do with diacetyl. So again, it's an off-brewing flavor due to a terrible brewing process, I guess. So what else am I getting besides movie theater popcorn in a glass? Just kind of nasty. A nasty, sickly, sweet kind of a thing going on. I am getting the toasty, light toasty elements. It's very grainy. Some hop spice. Yeah, the diacetyl is just all over the place, and it's creating an unpleasant beer drinking experience. Light fruit notes, but again, diacetyl is the show. Its drinkability is pretty astronomical if it didn't have that terrible back-ass flavor. Crisp, clean, in quotations, ultra refreshing. This would be good on the beach in Newport, Rhode Island, sure, in Portland, Maine, if it was brewed properly. I don't know, again, if any of this has to do with the age of this beer being from November and it's now June, the middle of June just about. So, how would I rate this export ale? It needs to get the F out of here and export itself to another country. Gross. Too much of that. It's got to be somewhere between a D- and an F. It's one of the worst rated beers that I've given on the YouTube channel. It's freaking disgusting with that diacetyl popcorn flavor. And I think Shipyard Brewing Company should kind of be ashamed for putting out beers that have this off brewing flavor to them. Now, to be completely honest, sometimes for beers to have these off flavors doesn't even mean that they're off flavors for the style of beer that you're brewing. This would be totally more of an acceptable flavor in malt liquors and light lagers and American adjunct lagers and some pale lagers from Europe, I bet. I think that would be that wouldn't be excused as the beer for the beer style, but this right here is friggin' nasty. It's not nasty enough where I have to pour the sucker, but it is getting a let's see. I'll give it a 40 out of 100. Yeah. I would still recommend that you guys seek out the Shipyard Export Ale if it's in your area. Right around the back of the bottle, you can't even see it there. Well, maybe kind of. Right there behind the logo on the neck of the bottle is where the dating system is on the beer. So please check when your export ale was brewed. It might yield better flavors and not be so rich in the diacetyl and the butter flavors and notes. So if anybody's had an export ale and had a better than 40 out of 100 experience with it, please let me know. Again, this beer is brought to you by a Variety 12-pack that does not list what the hell it is for dating on the box. So how do you know? Yeah, 40 out of 100. Borderline gross, but not gross enough I can't drink it. So, export ale. Drink and try with caution. Till next time, keep tasting much better brews. Cheers, and I will see you soon.